Well, it's not. I didn't make them choose 1 o'clock as the start time. That's usually the time I'm sleeping. If I'm gonna lose sleep, I at least want them to be happy about it. I should touch some grass. Nah, my grass has sand spurs in it. I'm good. Boogie losing all his money in crypto. My question is this: like, why would you invest that level of money?
Uh,
We're talking about Boogie's Bitcoin investment. He lost all his money in Bitcoin. I'm like,
right.
why would you invest all your money? Like, usually you take a portion of your savings out and invest that. Yeah, he went broke.
I
Like,
don't follow Boogie.
apparently he invested all his savings into Bitcoin, and it wasn't even like a good Bitcoin, like the one it's actually named after. It was like altcoins, like shit. Like,
Yeah, that's tough.
I wonder which coin he bought. He probably bought one of his Phase Channel coins. That shit's gonna pop, right?
Face coin.
you know, this is that Phase Rug coin, boy. Get the movie Crimson. Stop giving advice I know nothing about. I know that you shouldn't invest your money in anything that's as volatile enough that can be changed based on somebody's tweeting. Dog, about to turn 37 with a bad right leg. No, I don't see myself in MLB. I'm actually older than most MLB players are right now. Mm. Tweets affect real stocks too, in a way. Like, and it all depends on who's tweeting about it, right? In a way, like, if if somebody were to tweet like Coca-Cola is going to have be short on shipments next month, and it's true, that can affect something, right? But if it's not, somebody else gets a good deal because they sold their shares in a company to try to get out of it, and the company probably still going to grow, right? Because like you're not going to crash Coca-Cola stock by a tweet. You could crash like a fucking altcoin by a tweet from like Elon Musk or some dumbass like that. It's not that the numbers go up and down. Like if Elon Musk wanted to shit on your coin back in the day when crypto coin was good, he would just do it. He shit on your coin, everybody sell. Like there was so many like pump and dunks. I mean, granted, the stock market when it came out, right? When everybody started trading stocks of companies, they had pump and dumps too. They made that shit illegal. But it was the wild west for cryptocurrency, especially since cryptocurrency is still at this point where nobody actually takes cryptocurrency. You can't buy a hamburger with a Bitcoin. Well, maybe somewhere in the world you can, but like the vast majority of places that you go, you can't purchase anything with Bitcoin. You can't go to your local Chevrolet dealership and say, yo, I got 2.5 Bitcoin. What you got for me, player? They'd be like, go get me a fucking check. You got like to me when the cryptocurrency movement was taking off, and I tried to warn motherfuckers, right? I sat here and said, cryptocurrency is gambling. It's an unregulated market with nothing backing it, right? It's a fiat currency. The term fiat means that there's nothing backing it. It has no standard. There's like there used to be a gold standard, a silver standard, which U.S. dollars are fiat currency too. But it's only worth what people think it's worth. And even with like the US dollar, the United States economy somewhat backs it. Nothing backs coins other than people's interest in that coin, right? So it's super volatile, and you're basically putting your money in hoping that it pops. There's nothing that can give you a trajectory on how it pops because it pops based on attention. I don't got to be an expert in Bitcoin to know that it was a bad investment. I'm sure people made money, but people make money in MLMs as well. MLM stands for multi-level marketing for people that aren't in the know. There's the thing with MLMs is you don't want to be on the bottom of the pyramid. You want to be somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle makes money. The bottom gets shitted on. I don't know what I'm talking about in the slightest. Why pretend? You're just criticizing me, saying I don't know what I'm talking about. You know how many people do that when I talk about baseball and mechanics as well? I'll let you know that. Have I studied graphs? No, I have not. But I'm not a fucking idiot. And I can see that Bitcoin, for the vast majority of people, was a bad investment. That's why the shit's falling. That's why people are selling their shit now, and I've been saying that the entire time. And you want to be like, oh, you just guessed and got right because there's only a 50-50 chance. No, motherfucker, that shit was destined to fail. Destined to fail. Just like if you go and do sports betting, you're destined to go broke. I'm talking about dudes that want to I'm talking about dudes that want to go remortgage their house and go put a parlay in. And I've always said this, like, they don't build billion-dollar casinos off the backs of whales. They build it off suckers that think they have something that beats the system.
I hate Villa. We lose Bravo. But we got to learn it, though.
Well, we can go in a custom and learn
it. Investing is betting when you're shooting in the dark. Like when you're buying stocks, there's at least a company that you can make educational guess with. That you can do research. You can see where the market's trending. What's the market trending on, like, Mooncoin right now? How do you study Mooncoin? Like, what's Mooncoin's long-term strategy? That's how pump and dumps happen, because they would pay somebody like FaZe somebody, and that person would pimp the coin up. They would get $100,000. Everybody go buy into the coin. The owners of the coin would sell and pull the rug out, and then everybody we'd left holding fucking worthless tokens. Well, first off, I didn't take the remortgages out of my house. That was a grievance between me and my mother. Come on. They got him. I traded him out, and then everybody else just fell down like dominoes. Yeah, that the call is not to have people go. Going to admin.
Like, as soon as you call.
Need a Sami.
I couldn't get to her in time. I was paying attention. I thought we was going back downstairs again.
Somehow 3 rounds we managed not to get the right ops. Again, this is everybody's fault. There's no blaming here. Like, none of us are really doing what we need to do. Well, I'm just saying, like, these guys aren't even putting strategy. They're just running in a single door frame. They're not even opening walls. They're walking into one door. Jaeger's here. Jaeger's here. Jaeger's here. Jaeger's.
That's right, brother.
4 last operator standing.
Ah. I mean, we have moderators here that's letting people spam. I didn't stand outside every round. I did what I needed to do as Thermite. Like, everything I did on attack was designed to be done.
Honestly, I don't think Thermite should be even for
He's
him.
trying to criticize that last round because I was hanging on the window the entire time. I'm flank watching. That's what I'm doing. That hallway, and then when, like, Seymour died, me holding that orange hallway is pointless at that point. So I went over there to see what Seymour could see, maybe pick his kill up. And then Chills died, and I had to get in. So I tried to make Fountain as safe as possible so I could push in and maybe push the site. And I had the gunfight with Kaid, which I won, and then, Mute flanked me as soon as I won the Kaid gunfight. Like, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. Getting in the building results in winning more than standing outside, 100%. But in that case, that was the outlier.
Yeah, everybody else is.
I mean, none of the strategies that we use are quote-unquote pro strategy. Like, most of the shit that we use, we made up ourselves. That's why we try to go for maps that aren't
Alibi.
meta. Because meta has pro-level strategy that people just copy. God damn it, fuck! Crasco, you're not banning a lot of people, dude.
Dude, he was just running around pre-firing everything.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, when you go to Swing Sun, you need to start shooting before you get to them. The problem is, you got Jordy Jordan name, son. We didn't win any defenses, dog. Little 500. I've seen the troll donations. I didn't see any other ones. Fish Lover, because my mobile home isn't a mobile home. I have a modular home. My house doesn't move. It's deeded to the property. It can never be moved. Like, to get my house to...
I wouldn't say that.
Why is that?
You can come running through. Sweep it right off the foundation.
Well, I was going to say, like, it's got to be demolished and, like, took away in barrels. I'm sure, like, somebody could move it, but, like, you'd have to break all the brick from underneath it. You'd have to dig the footers out of the concrete. You'd have to put wheels back on it. You'd have to split it apart. Like you're talking about $25,000 worth of work. Nobody's gonna invest that. What means I don't own it? Because my property's deeded? No, see, here's what you don't understand because you're an idiot. All right. Generally when you buy a mobile home, they give you a title to that mobile home. So it's like a car title. But when you deed something, you get a deed. And my house is deeded because it's tied to the property, right? Because it's like, so like I have a deed for the land and the house lives on the land. You're trying to tell me my house isn't deeded when I have the deed to my house in my lockbox in the other room. Okay. No, I'm not showing you guys the deed. I've showed the envelope before, but I'm not showing you the actual stuff on my deed. Fuck that. Kelly's being quiet. Jeez, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something, and don't get upset about it. Why do you care how big the map is when you usually just sit on site? That's not a sneak diss. It's just like I'm curious. Like I was curious. Like the enemies. It's just longer for enemies got to travel to you. Like I feel like this is a big map.